Good morning. Thank you all for joining us this morning for this very special occasion for an announcement that we are making with Smiles from Heaven and a vehicle unveiling that has been designated to help support their efforts. My name is Alberto Torres, and I'm your council member for District 4. Before we continue, I do want to introduce some dignitaries that are joining us here this morning. Please help me welcome the Honorable Dr. Victor D. Trevino, Mayor for the City of Laredo. Joining us also and honors with her presence is Ms. Rosa Marquez de Trevino. District 1 Council Member, the Honorable Gilbert Gonzalez. District 2 Council Member, the Honorable Ricardo Rangel Jr. Mayor Pro Tem for the City of Laredo and District 5 Representative, the Honorable Ruben Gutierrez Jr. And also with us is District 7 Council Member, the Honorable Vanessa Perez. Representing our management team, we have Assistant City Manager Jose Valdez. Also, an individual who's instrumental in making this possible for us is a Director for the Community Development Department, Ms. Tina Martinez. And representing founders of Smiles from Heaven, Ray and Betsy Sanchez. Please stand to be recognized. I'd like now to call to the podium our Mayor, Dr. Victor Trevino, for some remarks. Mayor.
Thank you and good morning, everyone. Dr. Victor Trevino, Mayor for the City of Laredo. I am happy to be here to present this much-needed vehicle to an organization that does great work and raises awareness and offers emotional, spiritual, and financial support to families affected by childhood cancer. And as a doctor, I have seen and been around families that I have to inform them of sometimes bad news and even death. But there's nothing worse than having to inform them about a loss of a child. So when I hear the story, it is not only an inspirational story, it shows that there are people in our community that have a passion about others that are going through a similar situation. So as mayor, I'm happy to support these acts and the generosity of programs in our community to help this endeavor. And with that, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor. Although we do have several of my colleagues here, I do want to call on Councilmember Vanessa Perez to say a few words this morning. Councilmember?
Good morning. So this is a good day. This is a happy day for the organization and for Laredo and for the families. Laredo Council unanimously supported this initiative to support the purchase of a vehicle for the organization to be able to transport children, their families to out-of-town facilities, because unfortunately Laredo does not have the resources to serve the families that are experiencing children and their family that are going through cancer, unfortunately. And that's something that we do need to work on, and we do need to advocate for better resources. I know the mayor has made that a big part of his commitment to during his tenure here, and the council members as well, making sure that Laredo is moving forward in the right direction when it comes to being able to provide the resources and the needs for the families that are suffering with having somebody in their family that has cancer. I don't want to get too emotional here, so I'm just going to keep it short, but I just want to thank the council for supporting this initiative, and just keep the children in mind with every trip that they have to go to, and it's hard for the families. And thank you, Ray and Betsy, for everything that you guys do.
Now, it's an honor and a privilege to introduce the founders of Smiles from Heaven, an organization that we've seen grow to what it is now because of their tireless amount of hours, effort, and diligent commitment, more than anything, to this community and the children that need you the most, and the families above all, during the most difficult time of having to see your child unfortunately undergo any type of cancer that they are facing. And although we hear and sometimes get resistance to helping organizations that focus on the well-being and health care of our children, we're happy to have at least a majority of a council that supports those efforts. And I'm very happy that we do have a pioneer and a leader in the medical industry representing our city, and that focuses on the needs, whether it's for our elderly, for those that need us the most, or in this case, the children and the families of those children. So Betsy and Ray, please join us at the podium for a few words, and thank you for your diligent commitment to these efforts.
Good morning. So, what is this van for? We named this program Bella's Hope Ride, where this van is going to be used for Travel for Care, a program with children battling cancer and blood disorders. We believe that no child should miss an out-of-town life-saving treatment due to unreliable transportation. Our Bella's Hope Ride program will provide free transportation services to the families that we are currently serving. Free transportation. This was an initiative or something that we brought up to the council about 4 years ago. It's been in the works for about 4 years, and I do want to thank all the council personnel that voted for it, and those who voted against it as well. I know Mr. Albert Torres has been an advocate for us for quite some time. We sat, what is it, about 4 years ago? We sat about 4 years ago. I know I see some familiar faces and some new council members. But thank y'all for being here, for supporting us, for supporting our efforts. It is difficult. It's difficult when you start a nonprofit from ground zero and there's no roadmap for it. There's no roadmap. There's nothing to tell you what you're gonna do the first year, the second year, the third year. But me and my wife and my team, the board members, have been working tirelessly, like Councilmember Torres said, and it is because of those efforts that making some noise, we did get approved this grant for this van. Some keynotes about the van. This van is for non-emergency travel. Non-emergency travel. So that's one of the keynotes. Another thing I do want to highlight about the van. And this is not a commercial for Honda because we didn't get no discount. But it is a Honda 2025 Odyssey. I believe it's only 2025 Odyssey here in Laredo. And I want to explain a little bit about why we went with that vehicle, about the safety features. Obviously, we care about the safety of the families traveling. So it does have the Honda Sensing Suite. It's a system and a driver assistant technologies that help safeguard all passengers and make driving on challenging roads easier. Obviously, there are challenging roads. I know our families, most of them travel through 59, which is sometimes a one-way lane. And these families travel early in the morning, and they're a witness to them when they're headed to Driscoll. The sun's on their face. The sun's on their face, and when they're coming back, now the sun's on their face again. So it's very, very not safe. So we wanted to make this ride as safe as possible. So this sensor, when activated, automatic technologies use sensors and cameras to provide essential alerts and steering and braking assistance. For the 2025 Honda Odyssey, this system includes features like collision mitigation braking system, road departure mitigation system, adaptive cruise control system with low speed follow, lane keeping assist system, lane departure warning system, forward collision warning, and traffic sign recognition system. The driver assistant functions included in this suite are blind spot warnings, system and cross traffic monitor, auto high beam headlights, and rear seat occupancy reminder. So that means when you don't have a safety belt, it sounds off. And that auto high beam headlights did surprise me. I've been actually using the van for some of the events, And when it's dark, it shoots the automatic the high beams, and if it sees the cars, it recognizes it and it turns down. That's super awesome. So when they're traveling those lonely roads. Um, Another thing that this vehicle offers is multi-angle rear view camera with dynamic guidelines, anti-lock brake vehicle stability assist with traction control, electronic brake distribution, and tire pressure monitoring. This minivan has an advanced airbag safety system and a 3-point seat belt to protect everyone during a collision. I know maybe I should get sponsored by Honda for saying all of this, right? Um, Another thing that we want to do with this vehicle is hire drivers for it. Obviously, we don't want the families, for now, I guess they're going to be using it to travel, but there's going to be one point when we do want to hire vehicles when we can't get a volunteer to drive them. These families go through a lot. They're exhausted. Before going to treatment, some of their child's experiences long nights. They're in pain. Constant visits, and even when they're coming back, they're drained from, emotionally, physically, from everything that the doctors tell them. They go over there not to have fun. They go over there to receive their chemotherapy treatments, to receive blood transfusions, and to receive all types of information that drains them. So we do want to hire drivers eventually, and obviously we're going to do a background check. They're working with children, and we want them to be CPR and first aid certified. So that's one of the things that we have for us that we want to do in the future. And I want to share some items that we provide to our patients. We'll go with, let me see, can I get this mic? One of the first things that we do, I guess we're going to provide them with a soft blanket, pillow, soft blanket and a pillow so they could travel with comfort. This is one of the main things that we wanted to do. We want the families of kids to travel with comfort. Like I said, they don't want to go to get chemotherapies and get this, poked and blood transfusions and steroids. So we want to make it comfortable for them. They're going to have their neck pillow. And we do also include a teddy bear, a warm teddy bear for them to take to their treatments and hug them. And, kids like these type of things. We've been doing it for the past 3-4 years, and we're going to continue doing it. Other things that we've also been doing is we provide essentials like a care packages just in case they got to pack up and leave within an emergency. It contains toothbrushes and hygiene kits. Also, like always, we do provide meal cards for the family, so that's going to be included with this program. Not only are we going to provide for free transportation, free gas, and a brand new vehicle, we also provide food for the parent and for the child. When this van is not being utilized and maybe a family does have a reliable transportation or maybe the van is occupied, we do provide fuel cards for the families. We've been doing it for about 4 or 5 years, and there's been thousands of dollars that goes towards that. And we also include a Bella bundle, which is this, what do you call it, suitcase, a mini suitcase for the children. Those are just some of the things that we do provide. We've been providing, we're going to continue to provide. And other things that the van is going to have is a first aid kit, an emesis bag, and like I said, this travel bundle. So I want to thank again the City of Laredo, past and current council members who have made this possible, all the SFH team, Smiles from Heaven team, and the entire community for believing in us and making this possible. I don't know if, Betsy, you have a few words, or you know what? Let me have 2-3 minutes. Can I have Janie come up and share the experiences of why we need this vehicle? This is real life experiences. So here we go, Miss Janie Palacios.
Hi, good morning. I don't need it in my hand. I'm nervous enough as it is. More than anything, first off, I want to say thank you. Thank you for believing in this organization. Thank you for allowing this organization to grow and supporting. What these two have done is incredible because they set aside, or better yet, they use their pain and help us families. I'm a mom of 4. My nanny's was 3 when she was diagnosed. Driving was so hectic. Actually this morning, I was realizing that I have transmission issues with my vehicle. And in the 9 months that she was in treatment, I used about 100,000 miles on just my vehicle. Again, where I have 4 kiddos and currently only relying on my husband's income. And we have 1 car. So when we would go to these treatments, it was very hard because she was, what's the word again? She was admitted for a week, and that's the lowest that she would go. Sometimes if her counts were low or whatever, we would stay there for 2, 3, 4 weeks or more. It was difficult because at the time, my other 2 kids had to go to school. My husband had to go to work. So just relying on one vehicle was hectic. There was a time where I broke down, and it was just, there's been instances where I've had to reschedule because my vehicle not working. So when we found out that this was going to be funded, it was amazing to hear, because I know I'm not just speaking for myself. Other families that are here are going through it, and it's hectic. And hopefully there is a chance to get that where we get people hired to help for these things, because I would wake up at 3, 4 in the morning to drive to San Antonio because she had to be there at 8 for her labs before she started her scans. And then by the time we were all out, and this is just when she had like in and out. It was just one day. There's times I was traveling 2, 3 times a week, which was hectic. I would get out till 3, 4 in the morning. There was one time where she needed blood transfusion. She got 2 bags of blood and platelets, and we ended up having to drive back at 12. And they even told me, you know what, we can get you a hotel. And at that point I couldn't, because I needed the vehicle for my husband to be able to go to work the next day, only to find out that 2 days later we had to go back to San Antonio because she was admitted with very, very low blood count. So it was very hectic, and we struggled a lot during that time. We have monthly appointments right now with this disease. We found out that it's genetic. So 2 of my 3 other kids are positive for it. So with them, we also have to be going back to getting scans. So the transportation just doesn't end when her treatment ends. And that's just to San Antonio. At one point, we were San Antonio, Corpus, and Houston. So it was just chaotic. It still is chaotic, but knowing that we have this kind of helps me a little bit, because now I can schedule accordingly, and it's spacious, so I can take my other kids. Not ideal because my doctors go crazy with them, but it helps me where, okay, you know what, I can leave Dad at home. If he gets out in time for the kids, I can schedule accordingly. This vehicle is a great relief, and just knowing that we can have that support is amazing. So what you guys are doing, guys are continuing to doing, it helps everybody. It helps, and it's a relief, not just for myself. I know I speak for other parents here as well, and others that couldn't make it today. It is a relief, and it helps us out a lot. It's a vehicle, maybe just one. Later we'll have more, and I'm very positive that this organization is going to grow with all the support that you guys are giving. So thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. It helps a lot. It means a lot.
Good morning. So Ray pretty much explained everything, and what our goal was with purchasing this van. And I just want to say thank you. Like he mentioned, we started talking about this initiative about 4 years ago, and for me, it's just amazing, and we feel so blessed to see it into fruition. When we sat down, and like you said, sometimes we get doors closed, and sometimes we have to knock, and sometimes we have to kick down doors. And I'm just excited to see that even though through all the trials and the obstacles we faced, and the pain we continue to carry has grown into something beautiful. And I pray that we continue to fight hard, and I pray that you guys continue to show your support. So we appreciate you. We thank you. Thank you, City of Laredo. God bless.
Thank you, Ray and Betsy, for everything that you do. I'm on my way out, right? And I hope that the mayor and my colleagues and all the council continue to advocate and support, which I know that they will, right? And I'm preaching to the choir that's present here today, and I hope all my colleagues of the council get the same message. We need to focus on investing in our public health, more than anything addressing our lack of medical resources for our children in Laredo, and I know Ray and Betsy have advocated for that tremendously. The mayor has also worked tirelessly in the 2 years he's been leading our city, and the council members here present in the same manner. I want to take this opportunity to encourage and ask you all to join us in advocating for what the mayor and the council has envisioned for 2025. We will be going out for what we perceive to be a bond election. And part of the monies we're asking the community to support are for healthcare, specifically for children and pediatric services is what the mayor has asked for. So we are going to need the help of organizations like yours to ensure that we spread the message to our community and have them realize how important it is to have those medical services here. And what better than to hear it from a medical expert that's leading our city and the entire council that supports these efforts. So thank you all very much for joining us. Now we will proceed to the unveiling of the van, which is, I think, the reason we're all here. You nailed it, right? The idea is to maybe get you all another vehicle. The support is coming, I think, for this 2024 fiscal year. There is funding, Tina, that was allocated for third-party funding, $25,000 to continue supporting with gas cards, hotel stays, meals. As the budgets come forward, I know that council will continue to focus and seeing how we can continue to help organizations like yours and those that help people with strokes and kidney failure and the different other needs. But thank you all very much, and we'll proceed to the east side of Chambers for the unveiling and of the vehicle. Thank you.